I will discuss about exchange of gases. So to study about this, how it takes place, we first know about the partial pressure. Okay, so the partial pressure is the pressure exerted by a gas in a mixture of gases irrespective of concentration of other gases, right? So let it make more easier. So let's take an example of oxygen gas. We know that in a mixture of gases in our air, there are so many gases like carbon dioxide, nitrogen, helium, oxygen. So if we consider oxygen is a gas, you know that all the gases are exerting pressure. So particular gas, suppose oxygen, which is creating a pressure in a mixture of all these gases, irrespective of the concentration of other gases, is considered to be a partial pressure. Okay. So the exchange of gases takes place in our body and in your lungs as well as in your tissues. So this exchange between your lungs and the alveoli is considered as a pulmonary exchange, or it is also known as external respiration. Okay. And the other level is at the tissue level, where the exchange is between your body tissue and the blood, and this is known as the systemic exchange as well as the internal respiration. So in the pulmonary exchange, the exchange is done by a membrane. That membrane is a diffusion membrane and which contains three layers. First layer is the layer of the alveoli known as the squamous epithelium, made up of squamous epithelium, and the second layer is of the alveolar capillaries, which is known as endothelium, and in between these two layers there is a basement membrane. So all these three layers, squamous epithelium, endothelium of alveolar capillaries and the basement membrane, makes your diffusion membrane, or we can say a respiratory membrane. Let's move ahead. So observe this diagram. You will see that this is your alveoli, and near your alveoli there are capillaries. So here the blood is coming from the pulmonary artery. Okay, pulmonary artery brings the deoxygenated blood, and you can observe the three layers here. One is of squamous epithelium of alveoli, and the other one is of endothelium layer of the capillaries, and between these two layers there is a basement membrane, right? So all these three layers makes your respiratory membrane, which helps in the diffusion of the gases. So from here the deoxygenated blood is coming in the capillaries, and here the exchange of gases takes place. We know that the oxygen, this blood is carbon dioxide rich. So the carbon dioxide from here moves in your alveoli sac, and from the alveoli sac the oxygen reaches into your blood. Now the blood becomes oxygen rich. As you can see the difference between the color. Here the cells are blue in color, and here they are shown by red color. So here you will see that this blood, which where you can see the blue color cells, is deoxygenated blood, and here you will see red color. So these cells are oxygen rich, and we can say the blood is oxygen rich. And this blood is carried by the pulmonary vein to the left hand side of the heart in the left atrium, from where it moves to your left ventricle and then to your body parts, right? So this is the exchange of gases between the alveoli and the blood. Here we will see the partial pressure. Okay, so as well as we will see how the exchange of gases takes place in between the blood and the tissue cells. Partial pressure of oxygen and the carbon dioxide in the atmospheric air is oxygen is 159 mm of Hg, and of carbon dioxide is 0.3 mm of Hg. Okay, so this pressure of atmospheric air, which contains the oxygen and the carbon dioxide, enters in your alveoli, and as this air enters in your alveoli, you will observe that there is a difference in the partial pressure of oxygen and carbon dioxide, which becomes 104, and for carbon dioxide comes to be 40 mm of Hg. So how is it happens? You know that, as I told you, we inhale 500 ml of air, which is your tidal volume, and as I told you that only the 350 ml volume reaches to your alveoli. The rest, around 150, remains in your tract, that is in your bronchi, primary, secondary, tertiary. So this air which is remain in your bronchi, in your tract, is carbon dioxide rich. So as soon as this air reaches in your alveoli or in your tract, what will happen? The carbon dioxide level increases because of that air which is already present in your tract, and the partial pressure of oxygen decreases. Okay, now this here you will observe that this is your pulmonary artery and this is your pulmonary vein. Pulmonary artery is carrying the deoxygenated blood, which the blood which is coming from your body parts, and here the pressure of carbon dioxide is more as compared to of pressure of oxygen. Pressure of carbon dioxide is 45 mm of Hg, and of oxygen is 40 mm of Hg. So this much pressure of air comes in your pulmonary artery. As this carbon dioxide and oxygen reaches here in the near to your alveoli, what you will see that the pressure of carbon dioxide in the alveoli is less as compared to the pressure of carbon dioxide in the capillary. So what will happen, the diffusion from the higher concentration of that gas, that is carbon dioxide, moves towards the lower concentration. It means from the blood it enters in your alveoli, okay, and the oxygen from the alveoli reaches in your blood. Now the blood becomes oxygen rich. So as soon as the blood becomes oxygen rich, it moves in your pulmonary vein, which carry the blood and bring it to the left hand side of your heart, and from the atrium the blood reaches in your ventricle, and from here it moves in your body parts. Okay, so now here the blood which contains the partial pressure of oxygen around 95 mm of Hg and the carbon dioxide around 40 mm of Hg. You can see the pressure of oxygen increases here and the carbon dioxide decreases. Now as soon as this blood reaches to your body parts and it reaches to each and every body tissues, and what will happen over there, you know that your body tissues need oxygen, so they take the oxygen from the blood, and from the blood the oxygen diffuses in your body tissue, and from the body tissue the carbon dioxide moves in your blood. Okay, so now what will happen, there is a difference in the partial pressure of the oxygen and the carbon dioxide. The oxygen is used up, so the pressure it decreases from 95 mm, it comes to be 40 mm of Hg, and the carbon dioxide pressure increases from 40 to 45 mm of Hg. Okay, so in this way exchange of gases takes place, right? So I hope so it is clear to you. So let's move ahead. Here are some questions for you. First question is, give the name of the three layers of diffusion membrane. So this already I had shown you. So the layers which helps in diffusion are your is termed as respiratory membrane, which is divided into three membrane: alveolar membrane of the squamous membrane of alveoli, and then endothelium membrane of your capillary, and between these two there is a basement membrane, right? So these three membrane help in diffusion. Second question, state the factor that affect the rate of diffusion. So the factor that affect the rate of diffusion are the thickness of the membrane, surface area of membrane, and the permeability of membrane, as well as the solubility of gases and the partial pressure. Okay, so remember guys, thickness of the membrane, surface area of the membrane, permeability of membrane, solubility of gases, and the partial pressure. So these all are the factors that affect the rate of diffusion. Say for example, if the surface area of the membrane increases, the rate of diffusion also increases. Okay, next question is, why is it difficult to breathe as we go up? So it is difficult as we go up because as soon as we go up, the concentration of the oxygen decreases. So whatever the oxygen is there in your body, it is used up continuously, and because of this there is a shortage of oxygen in your body. So you have a difficulty in breathing as you go up. Okay, so this is all about the exchange of gases.